This is the zone control kickoff video. Zone control is all about one piece or one process flow. And if you're watching this video, you're probably going to go do a zone control walk. And so we're hoping that you can take this kickoff with the team and really know what to do. So stay with us. So what is a zone control walk? Why would you want to do it? And how do you do it? We're going to answer all these right now. So when you look at a project, let's just simply take like a 40,000 square foot floor. I love that visual. All projects are not the same. This is just a representative example. Usually, and this is not meant out of criticism, this is meant by necessity. If somebody, meaning an assistant superintendent or foreman, leaves the job trailer, they'll usually walk out and simply, because that's all we've ever been taught to do, go fight fires and solve problems. So walk around and generally attempt to see what's going on. Oh, there's a problem over here. Oh, there's a problem over here. Oh, okay, come back in the office. That is an aimless and unproductive way to walk the project, although I'm very grateful that they are. So this is actually how we can approach walks in the field. And I do want to say that as I give you this instruction, please feel free to pause the video to answer questions. If you have any questions, please text me at 1-602-571-8987 and I'll answer that as quickly as we can. So first and foremost, if you're using the takt production system on a project, you don't have one overall floor, you will have zones. And they might not all be the same size, it's fine, they're leveled, they're the right size. What we care about is that trades are going from zone to zone, so let's just take one trade. Trades are going from zone to zone in what's called one process flow. What that means is that if you have the zone, and I'll draw it right here on the bottom, that a crew should not just approach that zone as just a normal part of doing their work. They should look at it like a piece or a process that they get that's isolated from the rest. So when they get there, I'll put P for plan, and then B for build, and F for finish. That crew with the leader gets to orient the other crew members and say, hey, this is the plan, how we're going to build that work. So that's the plan part. Then as the crew comes in and does the work, we build it right and inspect it and do it right and tell the crew if there's any problems with quality. We fix it as we go. We make sure that it's installed right the first time in that zone. And then the foreman or the crew leader at the end of doing that work will gather the crew and say, hey everyone, did we finish that properly and what lessons were learned from building that? That is what's called one process flow. So once you have your zones, once you have this concept, now your field walks can be much better, and this is what I call zone control. And it is namely this. It is when you as the foreman or the superintendent come out, what you will do is you'll come out and do your walk, but you'll do it in an interesting way. You will do it by having your look ahead, or at least your weekly work plan with your zone maps. You'll take a piece of paper, or you'll have this PDF on your iPad ready to go. And you'll say, okay, for this next period of work, this next takt time, or this next week, these are the activities in these zones. So guess what? When you walk to that zone, you go up and guess what? You have a conversation. Let's say the lead person or the foreman or the crew leader is right here. You go over and you have a discussion with that person. And their workers are working around the area, right? And you say, hey, can I have 5 minutes of your time? All of this area over here that you've already done, can we walk it and punch it as we go? Finish it as we go. And if there's any issues, just flag it right there with the foreman, with the crew leader, and the crew can fix it right there. And then say, you as the superintendent, hey crew leader, can I have 5 more minutes of your time? You are about to have this next zone handed off to you tomorrow. Let's walk it. Let's walk through it. What do you need done? What materials do you need moved? What things do you need finished? What inspections should be done? What cleaning do you want done ahead? And now, again, you're planning, building, and finishing, right? So you're planning, building, and finishing. And your zone control walks are saying, within the duration of the activity, are they going to meet their work or complete it within that zone? Now you have parameters. How would anyone like to play football without an end zone, without goalposts, and without sidelines, and without yard markers? It'd be kind of fun to get out and have some activity, but you wouldn't know who's winning, right? So now, because you have a goal, because you have your duration, and now you have sidelines and markers because now you know the zone configuration out on the project. And so now your conversations are richer. It's not how you doing, okay, we'll see you, bye-bye, and then go find problems that you can solve in the moment. It's, hey, how are you finishing? How are you preparing? And you solve problems ahead of time and you manage handoffs. So as I'm walking out in the field, I'll take my pen and I'll be like, okay, that checks out. Just met with the foreman. Next one, oh, we got a little bit of a problem. I'll check on that in the office. The actual location on the zone map is here. Let me circle it up. We'll talk about that in the foreman huddle. And you are actually collecting data on this sheet that when you get to your afternoon foreman huddle, your daily afternoon foreman huddle, you can have real conversations about how it's going, about who is where, and about handoffs, and about roadblocks, and about important things that people need to create flow. And you're making sure you're planning, which creates flow, and finishing, which means that you're actually producing at a solid rate. So this is the concept of zone control. And the way the actual schedule works is that after the morning worker huddle and the crew preparation huddle, you go through and do your walks and you have your conversations. You spend the rest of the day helping to remove roadblocks and to take care of needs. And then in the foreman huddle, you bring that data to the group and you have richer and more impactful conversations. That is what's called zone control. So here's my challenge. First of all, please like and subscribe to this channel because there's so much other killer content on this channel. But secondly, you must have a daily foreman huddle. And you must have a plan for the day. And you must have takt plans with takt zones that are leveled and all properly aligned per the takt production system. Once you have that, you can filter out your coordinated weekly work plan and print it along with your zone maps. Now you have everything and you can go do your walk and manage handoffs, manage production, take care of needs, and make sure that you're removing roadblocks as you go. This is called zone control, and it works, and I didn't even mean to rhyme this, off of one piece flow or one process flow. That's zone control. So I know you can do it. I will have a description down below with a Canva file, beautifully formatted graphic that you can use to implement on your project. I know you can do it. Good luck. Contact me if you need anything. On we go.